So I've already started doing some of my lesson here and installing it, but I just want to give you a little overview of this particular one. This is my movie theater. It's just an environment where you can plug in your lessons. So how I have mine set up is we're doing for junior high student, we're doing our word work here. This is his favorite movie right now, so I linked everything to something he loves. Now I did set all of these up so we have triggers here, so if he doesn't have that in, the door is closed for the second part of our lesson. I'm going to open that back up. I updated. We have a quarter of a lesson from last week we need to finish. So we are finishing it here. So we have our reread what we wrote last week with our prompt, and the model paragraph is behind it so he can reference what the good work looks like and what he did and make any tweaks and just gets him back into the lesson. Then he needs again to complete last week. So we have this area here we need to do, and then we're going to move on to number 3 and then number 4, which is similar to the dark blue. It is our model, and he's going to use a prompt to write. This week we're only focusing on 3 words, and what I'm going to do now is take the words that he has here. Because he's now familiar with this playground, because we did a tour last week, I'm actually going to take and hide all of his elements. Last week, these were all, let me take these out, all placed on his door here. So that way, all mixed up, but placed here on the door. So he could organize it. But now that he's got it, I'm going to go hide things and make him work for it. It makes it a little bit more interesting. Sometimes I do this where they will have to like dig for their words in different playgrounds. This one, I'm going to take and put them in different places in the concession stand and in the storage room of the concession stand. So I think what I'm going to do is make the definitions kind of easier to find for him, starting there. And so I'm going to put those on the countertops, except that I'm going to fall in the water because Ember kind of startled me. There we go. So we're going to place these here. And yes, they go their own direction. They do some weird things. That's okay. Not a big deal. I'm going to put one over this ticket booth, and I want the ticket to be on top of it, but sometimes that means I need to unlock it and then place it and stick the ticket on top there. Now I'm locking wait, it went underneath. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to lock it, and there. He can still pick this up. I don't have to unlock the tickets for that to work. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to unlock the ticket. So it's just giving me the little lock thing there. I'm going to stick this. I'm not turning them the other direction because it's going to go the right direction later, so I'm not worried about it. He will probably, some kids do this, will turn his head a weird direction. It's kind of funny. So now, let's see, okay. Now I'm just dragging it into the back room. I'm going to rearrange them back there later. I do have a box back there, so I can put them in the box. I can add blocks to the room, like some of the crates, and hide things that way. And I'm just turning my head a little bit and dragging that all in there. Drag it in. Okay, now going over to the side. My door is already open because apparently I was born in a barn and left doors open. So this is the back room area. So I'm going to put a word in the box. Now I'm going to see if I can fit it in the bottom. Haha, I can. So now what we're going to do is back up. Can we see it? Sure, a little bit, not too much. Close the box. There we go. That's good. So we're going to stick maybe one. Let's put, but we need a different word. Let's see what's a good one. Tactic. Let's stick that on the chalkboard. Now I'm going to go over here and add some boxes, some crates. So we have our blocks, and these look like wooden boxes. So I'm going to put a bunch of them. I'm going to just start stacking a bunch over here. And then, okay, so now we've got a little kind of stair thing. Come over here. And I'm going to hold my shift and I'm going to swipe down, and that gets me a bunch of them. There we go. And then I'm going to do that again here in the center and here. And we're just going to, now I am leaving that hole there because I want him to kind of have to jump around a little. Put some here. Let's do another hole. There we go. We're going to drive him crazy. Okay, now I'm going to put another couple over here. Okay, now I'm going to jump up there and see what I think about what I've created here, how I like it. Okay, so I'm here and I'm going to do hold my shift button, my right side shift button, so I can look down, and that gives me kind of the lay of the land, and I'm liking that. I'm going to put some here, that kind of, and then I'm going to put a little cluster over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, stack here. There we go. Okay, let's do there. That's kind of, I don't want it to be like centered perfectly. Let's do a random couple over here. Okay, now turning that off, I'm going to jump down and take the tour. Now I'm going to move my view back up a little bit and look around. Yep, I'm liking that. Got some boxes over here. Okay. So now I can spread my words out. So we're going to put a tactical over here somewhere. We're going to put a tactically over here. Resilience, we're going to put that maybe over here. And this one over here. Totally going to use those holes that I put over there for him to get stuck in. Now it's going to kind of be a little place where words can hide. I'm going to put a tenacious ooh right in that black little hole over there. Now if I change the colors, then that changes everything, and the triggers won't work if I change the colors unless I go back and change them again to match. So I'd have to reset everything if I change the colors. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm just going to tuck it in there. And this one I'm going to tuck here so he can see it kind of, but not quite. I want his observation skills to grow as well. We're not doing just word work, we're doing some brain development stuff. So this is an important thing, to giving it so that it's not easy, but not hard. He's got to work for it. Okay, so I'm tucking that in. And see how you get just a hint of that there? And I'm going to give him a hint of one right here. And you know what? We're going to slide this down even further. Look at that. Okay, take it off. I can still grab it, so that means he can too. This one, he can go over here and grab it. So we will find out what method he goes through to do this. So now we're going to fill just one hole, not the first one, because he's going to fall in that one. I'm going to put it this one, kind of the way I did that box. And then we've got 3 more words. So we're going to stick one under here. Okay. And last one, we're turning and we're stick it. Oh yeah, we're so sticking it up there. I should stick it on that very top, but we can't reach it. Now, this is a weird thing that happens. I am actually looking inside that box, that so I can't really, that wouldn't be a good thing there. But I am going to stick it right here. Okay, so now all the words are hidden. And now he's going to have to go figure out where they are. Some are easier than others. And that's it. Really simple. He's going to drag them over and bring them to it and test it and eventually open up, and there we go. Now, I store previous lessons that we've done so that we can compare our paragraphs later and then re-edit them. So this little floor between floors is a storage area, but this playground also makes a great hide and seek playground. So when you fall in, you're parachuting, so you can land in there by guiding your parachute. There we go. So this was fun for playing hide and seek, but I also use it as a storage area. So I have there's 2 paragraphs here, and I just lock it down so you can't accidentally take it. And I also set up this area underneath here. So there's different areas here, and even the marquee area up here is a set of stairs to some point. It doesn't go all the way, but again, when you're using your parachute, you're able to land on any of those areas to play hide and seek, and you can walk all the way around the building. So that is a fun trick, walking around the building and hiding at one of the other doors, or I mean, hiding in the back and making them think that you're in the storage area. So have fun with it. If you have questions, let me know.